Thanks for listening to Star Lores. If you like the show, please consider subscribing and giving a 5-star rating and review wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also help us make more great content by becoming a patron at www.patreon.com. We would also love to hear from you on social media. You can follow Star Lores on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Enjoy the show, and may the Force be with you.
You are listening to the Star Lores Podcast.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Are you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder?
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
All right, guys, you're aboard the Millennial Falcon, and so are all of our lovely viewers over the HoloNet. This is lucky episode number 13. I like those odds. So this is our season finale episode, so we're breaking the format a little bit. We've all got some podcast juice here keeping us going. It's actually just water. Christian's is tequila, but he told me not to say anything.
This is just marking kind of the season, if you will, that we're doing, and then we're gonna start up another season in the next couple months. This is it, and we just kind of wanted to keep people apprised of everything we're working on and what we're doing, and keep people fans of the show plugged in. But first of all, a few thank yous to get out of the way. Just as we were beginning the podcast, we did get a cool shout out from the Comics with Kenobi Twitter account. And they're actually a podcast as well, and they review Star Wars comics. They're pretty good. Check them out. They gave us a shout out on Twitter, so I wanted to give them a thank you and encourage people to go check them out.
Very cool. What did they say? Do you remember?
I don't remember their exact quote, but they just said
Did
cool new podcast. Jordan's really good looking.
They didn't mention anything about, the smoky voiced erudite.
Christian, yes.
Yeah, Christian.
That was also mentioned.
Yeah. The other one is another podcast that I helped produce and am involved in is the Lorehammer podcast. That's another sort of sci-fi based on the tabletop game Warhammer 40K. So me and a few friends, and Christian's pretty involved in that one too. He does a lot of writing and co-hosts every now and again. They gave us some shout outs on the social medias, and that gave us a good bump in our numbers. So thanks, Lorehammer. Check them out, everyone. Check out the Lorehammer podcast.
And Sam even had a guest appearance on there.
That's true.
I didn't plug Star Lores on it because it just felt a little icky at the time, and because we were just starting. I'm not even sure if we'd recorded an episode yet, maybe like one or two, and we hadn't even launched, so I didn't say anything. But I did I was on episode 60 on the homunculi covens.
Yeah.
If you're a child or you
you
listen to this at work, this is definitely NSFW. It's the most disgusting 2 hours and 32 minutes of podcasting.
Yeah.
I really can't believe the things
for kids. That's for
the things that came out of my mouth make me cry. And then our Patreon supporters.
Yeah. So we just to remind everyone, we do have a Patreon, and this kind of helps us cover some of the bills. And then the more we can make, the more cool content we can make, the more marketing we can do, that kind of stuff. So join our Patreon, www.patreon.com, I believe, / the Star Lores Podcast. And then we just want to give a big shout out to our newest patrons, Anthony, Knapsack, and Sarah. Thank you very much for supporting the show. that's really cool that we have people out there who will monetarily support this.
And welcome to the Jedi Academy.
Yes, welcome to the Jedi Academy.
Sarah's a good friend of mine, a good lesbian.
Yeah.
Like 3 people got that joke, maybe.
I went way over my head.
She'll get it.
Yeah. So the other topic we wanted to discuss, so there was an intro episode with just Christian and I where we introduced ourselves. But then just randomly, there's this third voice that somewhere in the middle of the season that started interjecting.
Which is probably difficult to discern from Jordan's voice at times. That I think we sound very much alike.
I think my voice is actually like a lot higher. Your voice is kind of deeper.
It's because your wife has your,
something like that
in a jar somewhere.
Yeah. So this is our actual formal introduction to Sam, the third wheel.
We have Han, we have Chewie, and then the ship's onboard computer.
Bollocks? Was that his name? Bollocks, that droid?
Yeah.
Bria.
Welcome aboard.
You know, though, I am the exact same age as Han Solo was in A New Hope. And seeing as how I started, I gave you guys a new hope to do this podcast, which was lying dormant for so long. So I think I get to be the Han on the Millennial Falcon. And Jordan has more hair, so he's obviously Chewie. And you can be the captain's chair, Christian.
All right. Deal.
So who is Sam?
Well, allow me to describe in no uncertain terms who I am and what I stand for in such a way that everybody will know exactly what I mean.
Nul Tash, Dizwol Shatsotkun, Shasat Jontu Chatsotul, Nu Tiok, Tiok Jontu Chatsatul, Nu Midwan, Midwan Jontu Chatsatul, Nu Asha, Asha Jontu Kotswinot Itsu Nuyak, Wanoksh Kiasik Noon.
So is that an accurate statement? You guys have known me for a long time.
Yes,
does that describe me?
Sure.
Yes.
Totally.
Just
Thought so. So glad we cleared the air. There's no ambiguity about who I am or where I came from.
we just wanted to go back through this season, all the episodes we released up to this point, and kind of go over any corrections and amendments. We really encourage all our fans to message us, reach out to us on social media and stuff. And, you know, if there's something that we missed, we can't know everything. But we definitely want to go back and fix any of our mistakes or errors in past episodes. So we're just going to take this time now to kind of go back over things. In our first episodes,
with me, so it would have been like, was it episode 4?
Yeah, it was
or something like that.
So 4 or 5, yeah.
So around there in one of our discussions, this really bothered me ever since. I don't know why, but it was some weird tangent we were on, and I said, don't get me started on ontology. But I didn't really mean ontology. I meant epistemology. And so to correct, ontology means the branch of metaphysics dealing with the nature of being, which is way too heady for me. Epistemology is a set of concepts and categories. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, that's the wrong thing.
Clearly reading off of a dictionary.
Yes. Epistemology is the theory of knowledge, especially with regard to its methods, validity, and scope. Epistemology is the investigation of what distinguishes justified belief from opinion, which I could see us circling back around to that at some point. But if there's anybody super pedantic like me, that might have bumped you.
Them. Yeah. They might even have stopped listening.
Exactly.
To the podcast. And then just a quick...
My Sith brothers, come back to me.
A quick correction or observation, I guess. My younger brother, who is actually a big fan of this podcast, pointed out to me in the last couple of weeks, he listened to our Jedi episode, and we posed a question whether or not Jedi are vegetarians. And he sent me a video clip of the Clone Wars cartoon season from 2003 era. And there is a scene where Anakin, as a Jedi Knight, is eating bugs rather enthusiastically, I might add. And Obi-Wan is a little bit disgusted at that. I don't know if that answers any questions or settles it.
It does give some evidence towards
Yeah,
that
maybe it not
they're
being
not vegetarian.
not strictly vegetarian.
But then because Obi-Wan is disgusted,
Right?
though,
Is that because he's
That's-
just disgusted because they're bugs, or is he
I think it's
disgusted
'cause
because
they're
it's morally?
It is a
questionable?
cartoon.
But
yeah,
we don't
of
know.
course. The whole thing about Star Wars is reading too much into things,
Yeah.
right? So
And also,
course.
I'm trying to think back of like instances of Jedi eating, and I'm thinking about right now the Knights of the Old Republic comic book series, and at least Zane Carrick, I'm pretty sure, eats some stew that Marn Hieroglyph made when he's working for the Mandalorians or something. But Zane was like not really a Jedi; he was a burnout, failed Padawan.
I'm not practicing Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. he's a cultural Jedi, but he's not circumcised. So there's no sort of confirming or disconfirming evidence that comes to my mind of a Jedi eating meat. There's not a whole lot of food. In Star Wars,
I think that should definitely be something we dig into maybe on another
It's
episode.
only like the cantina where they drink blue drinks or something.
Yeah.
Well, blue milk is what Luke drinks at home. At home. But,
it's Romulan ale.
and,
Yeah.
you know, but
Awful.
yeah, so those are our amendments. Like I said, if anyone picks up on anything,
Yeah,
we're happy
totally.
to go back and correct any mistakes.
Yeah,
I-
reach out to us if you hear something that you're not so sure. You have contradicting evidence to a claim that we make on the show. Send it to us, please, with a source. That would be good.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. And also get ready to fight us because we will find you.
Yeah, I would personally love to have either a corrections corner or like a full corrections episode sometime if it gets to that point. So
It's hard with the quality of
So
content
please,
we produce, though. to
yeah,
have a
there's
whole
not much
episode's
to
worth
correct.
of-
It's kind of perfect. But if there are any huge pedantic dorks like me out there, please, I encourage you to correct everything and let us know about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As long as it's sourced.
Yeah. So yeah, on that note, I think we'll talk about the future of the podcast and what we expect to go on in season 2 and what that's going to look like. Christian?
Yeah, so just like a little bit of a promo to get you a little excited. Season 2, we're still got to hash out with Sam and I on the writing team. And we can talk a little bit about what episodes we're looking forward to the most. But overall, the arcing theme will definitely be villains. And
I have one word.
that's 2 words, actually. Yeah, so
I'm very
I'm
long syllables.
honestly, like the villains of Star Wars is actually the thing that captivates me the most. So I'm super excited for the next season.
Yeah.
I hope
So we
all
did
our-
cover like a lot of the heroes of in season 1, and then we're gonna go to a bit of a different theme and covering the villains in season 2.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm definitely looking forward to anything villain related. Obviously, Darth Vader is a big one.
Boba Fett.
Yeah. Not making any promises about anything, but you know,
Boba Fett deserves like his own season.
his own
Called The
podcast.
Mandalorian.
Our Mandalorian podcast.
Yeah.
There's also, if you are a patron starting at the $1 level, that covers your tuition for the Jedi Academy Facebook group. So if you are a patron and we haven't sent you an invite, just remind us about that and we'll send that to you.
Yeah.
And it's sort of up in the air, the direction of what the Academy is going to be. But hopefully it'll be fun.
Yeah.
A place where
Lots of memes.
lots of memes.
Yeah, we keep it professional on the regular page, but on the Jedi Academy, it's
More of a free.
That's where you can really let your bandolier down.
yeah. But also, even again, shout out for the Patreon. We will be working in season 2. We're going to be working on more benefits for higher tiers of patrons. If you're interested, things like that. It won't be only access to the group, but that is one benefit, and we want to try and make it a lively group that's fun to interact with.
Connect Star Wars fans. People who like the good stuff of Star Wars like us.
Totally.
And so coming in season 2, we will have sponsors, and they're going to be like we're going to maintain our artistic integrity, with the sponsors. I want it to be products that our fans are really going to be interested in, and even just interested in knowing about, because they're really cool sounding products, even if they're out of your price range or they just don't fit with your lifestyle. You'll want to know that these things just
A fully working lightsaber?
exist. Don't bury the lead. I mean, no spoilers. Okay. And so these aren't going to be like ads for Casper mattresses or Squarespace or male virility drugs or anything like that.
But in some ways, that was just an ad out anyways, so...
But so look forward to that. We promise it won't be annoying.
However, if you want to pay us.
But if you want to pay us, we'll do whatever you want.
Do whatever ad you
While
want.
maintaining artistic
I'll get naked
integrity.
right now.
And finally, just to wrap this up, we really wanted to reach out to the audience here. We really want to start building a Star Wars community, Star Lores community. Please feel free to send us anything Star Wars related. Send us fan fiction, fan art. If you're working on a costume, if you're part of one of the costume clubs like the Mando Mercs or 501st, anything Star Wars related, we love to talk about it. We love to see what people are working on, what people, what aspects of the universe they like. The galaxy is so big.
Yeah. And, the Star Wars franchise really attracts very, very smart, confident, good-looking, rich, powerful people. Really enjoy Star Wars. And the cream of the creme of that segment of the population really likes our show. So we know that you guys are talented and you have a lot of cool art that you can share with us, and we want to see it.
Yeah, and
so do other people.
We would love to also showcase your work too.
Feature your work.
If you want to
on
give
our
us
platforms.
permission, we'll definitely give you a bit of a platform in return, and kind of share it with the community as well. So yes, on that note, it looks like we're heading out on the Millennial Falcon. We'll see you guys soon.
The Force should be with you.
Peace.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Are you stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder?
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Don't forget to give the show a 5-star rating and review, and give us a follow on social media. This episode was produced and edited by me, Jordan Swaim, written and directed by Christian Lutz and Sam Swaim. All original music was scored and recorded by my music project, Farewell to Shadowland.